Today is April 1, 2026, and while everyone is out there making jokes, we are looking at a very serious situation on the XRP charts right here. We are currently sitting at a price of $1.33, and the indicators are telling a very specific story. At the same time, we have massive fundamental news dropping from Evernorth regarding the Clarity Act. Is the legal clarity from Washington finally going to push us past the major resistance levels, or are the bears about to take us down to the next major support? In this video, we are combining high-level technical analysis with the biggest fundamental shift of the year. I am going to give you my personal opinion on where this is going and show you exactly what the Hall suit and QQE mod indicators are saying right now. So, let's start what the Hall suite and QQE mod indicator telling us at $1.33. Right now, the Hall suit indicator right here is red and it is curving downward. For those of you who follow my strategy, you know that a curving red Hall suit is usually a sign of a strong bearish momentum. It's like a sliding board. Once it curves, the gravity starts to take over. Then next, we'll look at the QQE mod indicator right here. We have seen we have seen here four previous growing red bars, which shows that the selling pressure was accelerating. However, the current bar right here, while it's still red, is slightly smaller. The difference is very noticeable. So, this is actually a very interesting divergence in sentiment. The Hall suit indicator is still screaming, look out below. But the smaller red bar right here on the QQE mod indicator suggests that bears might be getting tired. To me, this looks like a coiling phase. The market is waiting for a reason to either snap back up or give up the ghost. As a trader, I'm not jumping in blindly here. I am waiting for the QQE bar right here to flip, or the Hall suit indicator right here to flatten out. In a technical perspective, we are currently at $1.33, which is dangerously close to our major support right here at 1.3211. If the Hall suit indicator right here stays red and we break this $1.32 support level, the next stop would be right here at $1.2234, which is the next major support. That is a nearly 10-cent drop that could happen very quickly if the bulls don't step up. On the flip side, major resistance is sitting all the way up right here at 1.5672. We are in a no man's land right now, leaning toward the downside. So, could the Clarity Act be the life raft for XRP's price? So, let's check the news right here. It says here 5 reasons why the Clarity Act could be big for XRP. Evernorth reveals. While the technicals look a bit shaky, the fundamentals are absolutely explosive. Evernorth just released their SEC 425 prospectus, and it focuses heavily on the Clarity Act. This law is designed to remove the barriers that have been showing down institutional adoption for years. My personal opinion is that I have said it before and I'll say it again. Rules are better than rumors. The Clarity Act could finally classify XRP as a digital commodity. When you combine this news with our current technical position at support, it feels like the market is waiting for the Senate Banking Committee markup in this late April to decide the next move. If the law passes, the red Hallsuit indicator won't stay red for long. So let's go back to our chart right here. Our Hallsuit indicator right here won't stay red for long. It will flip green. It will flip green so fast it will make your head spin. So let's look at the resistance at the 1.5672 right here. Let's just move it right here because it is being covered by our subscribe button. Okay, so in my own view, that level is a regulatory. This level is a regulatory ceiling. The market knows XRP is worth more, but it's scared of what if. The Clarity Act is the hammer that breaks this ceiling. If we get a bounce at 1.32 right here, and the fundamental news stays positive, a run to $1.56 right here becomes the primary target. So, why is Evernorth deploying 473 million XRP into this market? So let's go back to the news right here. Evernorth isn't just watching the news. They are part of the news. They hold over 473 million XRP. Think about that volume for a second. They aren't just holding it in a cold wallet. They plan to deploy it into on-ledger markets. So my personal opinion about this is, why would a giant firm like Evernorth reveal their position and their plan to use XRP for global settlements right now? It's because they see the token taxonomy coming. They know that Clarity Act will separate passive yield from utility-driven models. To me, this is the ultimate institutional stamp of approval. They are betting 500 million tokens that the legal foundation is about to become solid. So again, let's go back to our chart, daily chart time frame right here. When a 473 million XRP starts moving through on-chain financial products, the liquidity of the ledger skyrockets. High liquidity usually leads to lower volatility and higher price floors. So hold, if we hold the support right here at 1.3211, this price level could become the Evernorth floor, a price point where institutions are happy to accumulate. So, how does US regulatory clarity impact the global chart. One of the five reasons Evernorth highlights is global influence. They believe that once the US creates a clear law, the world will take notice of XRP's cross border settlement and real world asset tokenization. In my opinion, I think we often get too focused on the US SEC, but XRP is a global beast. However, the world has been waiting for the US to stop being the bad cop. If the Clarity Act moves the world to notice XRP as a compliant asset, the demand won't just come from New York. It will come from London, Dubai, and Singapore. My personal take on this is that this is the pegging event. XRP finally stops being a crypto and it starts being a global settlement asset. In my own technical perspective, let's go back to the daily chart time frame right here. If the global demand kicks in, the major resistance right here at 1.5672 becomes a memory. In the long-term view of this cycle, we could see a breakout that mirrors the 2017 run. But for now, we must respect the charts. We are currently at 1.33 odd dollar. So we are just above the support right here. But the momentum, which is the Hall suit indicator, is still pointing down. We actually need a catalyst. The price is now at a 1.34. So what is the game plan for the rest of April 2026? Let's go back. The news. The Clarity Act has cleared the House and the Senate Agriculture Committee. Now we wait for the Senate Banking Committee in this late April. My personal opinion about this is that this is a patience play. The bears are trying to push us to $1.22 or our second major support right here, 1.2234. But the institutions are waiting to buy the dip. So I'm keeping a close eye on the QQE mod indicator right here. If those red bars continue to shrink and flip to a blue bar while we are hovering above 1.32 support right here, that is my signal. I don't care what the April Fool's trolls say. The data from Evernorth is real and the 473 million tokens are real. And finally, this is a historic moment for the XRP ledger. We have the technical pressure meeting the fundamental explosion. So don't let the red indicators scare you if the fundamentals are screaming green. So we need to stay disciplined, watch our support right here, support levels, and that's it. This finally ends our video. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.